In my neighborhood, everybody is getting ready for the St. James Court Art Show, one of the most exciting times in the city. It truly is. Everybody gets ready for it. There's no school. They say it's not because of the St. James Court Art Show, but I beg to differ.
It is.
It is, right? They go, oh, no, it's not because of that. It is, though.
It is, definitely.
Because they don't have any teachers, and then they don't have enough substitute teachers because everybody's going to
That's exactly why they started closing the schools.
I'm telling you it is, because my mom's a principal. I'm telling you that's why it is.
That's exactly right.
It is. So it's going to be wonderful. It's the first October weekend in October.
First full weekend in October,
yep.
right?
And so that means it's coming up next weekend.
This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah,
October
this weekend.
4th, 5th,
Yeah, it's
6th,
coming up this weekend. And the weather, oh, we should go get Brian Good. He's back there. The weather is going to be like just golden.
Last time I was here, I threatened the weatherman, person.
You can't threaten the weatherman.
If it rained, I'll be coming after them.
That's right. Have you seen the? Somebody asked Brian. I think the weather is just golden. When I say golden, I mean golden.
I give you all the credit in the world.
I'm telling you. So you all have so many accolades about this show. Name the best fine art and design show by Sunshine Artist Magazine last year.
Last year, and we're in the top 3 this year.
Yeah, that is just wonderful. How many artisans do you have now? This is a juried show.
It's a juried show, and we have over 600, so probably around 650.
You cannot do this show in a day. You cannot. I remember when this was smaller and you could do it you cannot do it now in a day. It's not possible.
There's an art. You learn if you live in Old Louisville how to walk through the crowd and duck in behind it. I shouldn't say this.
Okay.
Behind an art booth and come around.
Now you live in Old Louisville.
I live in Old Louisville.
What do you do?
Well,
like you can't leave your house.
Well, you either invite people over and make sure they bring wine and beer and other stuff.
So you can eat.
So you can eat. No, everybody in the neighborhood,
everybody's ready for it.
They are ready. We've been doing this 68 years. My God. So yeah, it's
just wonderful.
It's a labor of love, and it is a beautiful neighborhood.
And the what has gotten bigger as well, the food.
Well, what we've tried to really do is give people a lot of choices, but also up the scale of the food. I mean, so that it's not just carnival food. And there's nothing wrong with carnival food.
Right.
People like that. But we have a food vendor that is, at least on St. James, that's out of Fort Lauderdale, San Francisco Puffs and stuff that do festivals all over the United States. And they've been working with us over the last 3 years. So
I felt so sorry for the guy that does pecans and almonds because he couldn't make them fast enough. And
I know.
He was by himself. And if I knew how to do it, I would have jumped in there and helped him.
No, listen, that's his business. It's good.
I was like, oh, honey, you're all by yourself.
You should have talked to me. I'd have said, give this woman some free almonds.
Oh, my gosh. I just felt so bad. And you have extended. I mean, how far over do you go now?
Well, we're on Belgravia. We're on 3rd Street, the 1300 block of 3rd Street. We're on 4th Street, West End Baptist Church, which is actually on Magnolia. So, I mean, over the years, this festival has really grown, and its footprint has grown. But as far as the footprint, we're as big as we can get.
You don't think it can grow anymore?
I think it would be overkill, and also what you're doing now is, and there was a thought several years ago to do it, to make it bigger, but you have to look at the traffic and everything that disrupts. And some of the streets in Old Louisville are state highways, so you have additional issues to deal with. But right now, based on other art shows in the country, we're at a good size. So.
And where you are is also art, and I say that you're settled, you're nestled right in those Victorian homes, and that's the greatest number of Victorian homes. They're the most well kept Victorian homes in the nation. I'm talking about in the nation.
It is the most unique venue for any art show. I'll say that. I've looked at other art shows. We all have. It is probably the most unique venue because of where it is. There's nothing like it in the United States.
Because I'm looking at the booth, and then I'm looking at the home behind the booth.
That's it.
And then because there's one home, and I should know exactly what the address is, and they have this big gate, and it looks like they have a wine cellar or something down in there. And I wish I knew who they were because I want to go in there so bad.
Well, when you're at the show, come get me, and we'll both
we'll go in there.
We'll go have a glass of wine.
I'll go down there. I will. So, is there anything you want to make sure that people know?
I would say come early, find a place to park, make it your mission to stay there the entire day, because what I used to do when I lived there was walk up and down, because every time you walk down, whether it's 3rd Street or St. James or Belgravia, you're going to see something different. And something's going to attract your eye. And the price points are, everybody says, well, it's so expensive. The price points are incredible.
Well, it's from $5 to $5,000
That's
if
it.
you look.
You also have the Fun for the Arts, has a performance village. Louisville Visual Arts, one of their students is there. We have the poster this year, which we had on your show.
And there's only 50
of them,
50?
And when they're gone, they're gone. And they'll only be for sale at the show.
And what is the local muse?
The local muse is through the Louisville Visual Arts Association.
Okay. And the times are, listen, there they are, thank you,
Yes.
Jeremy and the crew, 68th annual, Friday, 10 a.m. to 6, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6, Sunday, 10 to 5. There's not going to be any rain, so we don't have to worry about that. And it's just going to be beautiful.
It'll be great, and you know, we've done it in the rain. That's
Yes, we
can
have.
go, but it's a lot nicer when the rain's not there.
And these are the artists. This is how they make their living.
They travel a circuit throughout the United States.
And we appreciate it because they do it with their hands.
That's it.
All
That's
right.
it.
Howard, we appreciate you and all the work you do in Old Louisville. And also, coming up October 12th.
Garvin Gate Blues Festival
Okay.
in Central Park.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I got that in because there's work being done down
That's
there.
right.
And so Garvin Gate Blues is going to be different this year. It will be done in Central Park.
And let me say, we appreciate everything you do.
Oh, I
I
just love
know,
it.
but
I love it. You know I do.
I know.
All right, everybody.